I nearly forgot to put this part, which is the backpack of the torso, and the two thrusters here, which I'm sanding down a bit here and there, and they need to be, maybe need a little sanding more. And then two polycaps that go here and here, and then there's another part that goes in the back, but I'm going to keep that separate so that way it could be painted separately. But at least I've covered that part. The next series of parts that I'm going to be making would be the head. And there are these two here, followed by these two little antenna parts here and here, and then of course the V-fin. Now the mask itself, the face mask, has that sticker for me to put the eyes on. But I guess because the sticker is, God knows, 10 years old, and it doesn't have its, I would say, the strength to be put on a plastic part, I had to throw it away because it was a piece of crap. As a matter of fact, no, I didn't throw it away. Here it is. I tried for about a good 10 minutes, tried to put it on the part that I'm about to show you, and it was, I said, forget it. I might as well paint it myself. And I did. Come on. There we go. So, using pen aligning marker, I pen align the sides around the eyes. And the blue is the metallic blue that I had marker, and I put that on it. So that came out pretty well. So this will be put to the side. I probably won't paint it. Maybe I'll give it a little gloss coat. Looking at this, on the other hand, I can't glue these two on because I need to put this face mask on, and I can't do that because if I'm going to paint this, I may end up painting that. So again, these 5 parts, including the V-fin itself, which I'm going to sand these two edges off, which is pretty easy. Maybe not. Maybe I do need to cut them off. There we go. And one's down. And the other one's okay. There we go. Alright, so these will be... I haven't gotten to the point of what colors I'm going to make. I'll get to that soon. So I got to get that prepared. Now then, I want to comment something about someone that has commented on my video. Apparently, he's following the work that I'm doing, and he tried, he's actually building the custom. I'm gonna give him a shout out. His name is Richard 1701 Abel. That's Richard 1701 Abel. Yeah, that's right. He asked me a question because apparently what happened was he was priming his parts after he cleaned them, and apparently maybe the primer itself damaged or somehow altered the texture of the part. Now, I've heard of primers that are not very good with plastic. But then again, not all plastic are equal. And it also depends on the plastic based on the time it was created. Clearly this is an old kit, even though it feels like a high-grade kit that you can make today. You could question the quality of the plastic itself, its density, its chemical makeup. So I don't know if what he told me he was using something called Army Primer. I've never heard of that before. There's a lot of companies out there, but that make primer. But I only know 2 that I use. One is Tamiya's primer, and the other one is Mr. Hobby's primer. And when he told me this, he said he damaged it or somehow got altered. I told him, clearly, what you want to do, if you want to recover this part, let the primer dry, sand down the primer using a light sanding so you can remove it, then wash it, let it dry for a day or two, then reprime it again and see if that works. And I would recommend using a different primer if you can get your hands on it. There's one thing that I've always mentioned before and I don't show it off, is the fact that it's probably best to wash your parts, let it dry, then prime it, so that way all those you know, fingerprint marks and dust and whatever doesn't stay behind. And when he told me this, I kind of got a little nervous, and I said to myself, you know what, maybe I should test this out with the current primers that I have. So this is I think the right leg of the kit before priming, and here is the left leg after priming. As you can see, it's gray, and it came out okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. A little bit of tape there, but yeah, it came out alright. So this is primed, this is not primed. However, maybe this is what he's having trouble with, because even though it's smooth and everything else, it's not completely perfect, because you'll see the faults of the part itself. This kit is not a perfect kit. When it first came out, it was okay and everything else, but it's not a perfect high-grade kit. It has its flaws, you know, and clearly we're going to be seeing that. We're going to probably compare this with the high-grade kit, I'm sorry, with the master-grade kit of the HeavyArms Custom, if ever Bandai makes it. But this one I used Mr. Surfacer Primer, 1200. Actually, hold on a second. Do I have it here? I probably have it in the windowsill. But yeah, this primer came out right. Okay, and it's very smooth. So yeah, test out your parts with some of the plastic came with the kit. I tested out with this one. And I trust my primer. I don't have any problems with it. If I risk buying a primer from another company, I run the risk of either A, come out great, B, screwing up my project. So these are things that you guys need to be aware of. Okay, as you can see, all the parts have been primed. I'm just waiting for it to dry. I don't see no problems. Of course, some parts may need to be cleaned up a bit. Maybe not, who knows. I'll review it once it finishes drying. But while we're waiting, I want to discuss what paints I'm going to use. Many people are probably wondering if I'm going to be painting it the way it is. Now, you know me. I like to do things off the beaten trail. I like to paint something a little different than normal. So I want to change up the colors slightly a tad. Slightly. For the most part, the white parts will be white. That's a given. So I got that. There are two types of blue. There's I think I better show this one. On this one, we have this lighter shade of blue, not the trim that you see here, but you have this lighter shade of blue, and then you have the darker shade of blue, which is the navy. I'm thinking I'm gonna use blue for now. The lighter tone would probably be this. This is regular TS15 blue. So I got that. For the darker, I'm thinking not using blue. I'm actually going to darken it up. I'm going to use gray. German gray. Yeah, and I got enough in here. Good. So that covers 3 basic colors. moving on to smaller, more intricate detail colors. This is where I'm going to change it up, and you know, hopefully you guys will like it. The yellow part for this and the actual V-fin, I'm going to use this color, which I've had for quite some time. It's called Gold Leaf. It's gold, but it doesn't have the metallic look to it. So it's like a dull gold, like a, you know, like a mustard color type thing. So I'm going to use that for that. For the Gatling guns, I'm going to probably use the gray, but for the barrels itself, it'd probably be better for me to paint it something metallic. So I'll probably either use this one called Gun Chrome, or maybe go to my trusty Chrome Silver, but Gun Chrome may be a more good choice for that. Now here's where I'm going to really throw everything off. The actual trim parts that you see there. According to, now it's supposed to be a lighter shade of blue. And it comes with decals for that, but I'm not going to use that. I'm actually considering of using, well, I have two colors, either red or orange. So red or orange for the trim. So that's what I got. That's what I'm thinking of doing. But maybe you guys can help me out. Which one should I use? The red or the orange for the inside trim of here, 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 and here, here? I'll wait for your response.